Wolf Chase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Bryant alongside Darren Schoenrock, baseball coach at the University of Memphis and coach the team starting to get back in the swing of things. We've won 4 games in a row. You got a sweep over UCF and a little over midway through the season. I think you got to be feeling pretty good about this club.
Well, you know, anytime you get any kind of, even to win a series on the weekend in this league is a tough challenge, and for our guys to come out and take care of business and get the sweep against a very good UCF team, a good Conference USA opponent, they're starting to kind of understand who they are and what we have to do to win games. Talking
to you and Clay Green over the weekend, and even going back a couple of weeks, the one thing you wanted to see, maybe particularly out of the offense, but out of this club, is to get some come from behind wins. It had been a matter if you fell behind, you'd lost the games. If you'd gotten an early lead, you had won the games. But all 3 games against UCF, they grabbed the first lead, and you were able to come back and win, especially that Sunday game.
Yeah, and that was very encouraging. You know, luckily the leads we had to come from behind, you know, were 1 run or 2 runs. You know, these bats now with the change in the bats and the inability to really hit balls out of the ballpark 1 through 9 in the order, it makes comebacks that are more you know, bigger than 5-6 runs very rare now. They do happen. They happen when you create gifts and give things away on the defensive side, but the long ball doesn't find its way into the equation very much anymore. So those kind of comebacks are rare, but we've been very fortunate that our guys have fought basically through just competitive at-bats to come from behind and not panic if the other team scores first and just keep playing our game.
Had solid starts Friday and Saturday from Sam Maul, and then Eric overcame maybe not really a rough first and second, gave it the solo home run, they gave up a run in the second, but then settled down. But you had 2 really good starts on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, you know, and Sam was dominant Friday night. It was as dominant as Sam has been in a while, and he got about the second or third inning, got 3 pitches going. And when he gets 3 going, he can be really tough to handle under the lights. And teams, they had a hard time with Sam. And Eric didn't have his best stuff Saturday, but showed some pitching maturity and just battled through and got outs when he needed to. And got, you know, he only had 2 or 3 strikeouts, but they had him at some key times. So a runner at third, less than 2 outs. So he showed some pitching maturity that, for a guy that's in the rotation for the first time in his career, it was good to see. So. You know, those 2 continue to give us good starts, and you know, Alex had a little bump in the road Sunday, but we were able to, you know, mask that out of the bullpen, which is what our depth is.
I was going to say Sunday was the first day, well, not the first day, but it was a chance for you to really showcase the depth of your bullpen. You had a lot of matchups within that ball game.
Very good matchups, Jeff, and you know, and that was really what good starters do. They keep you from being able to do that, and a lot of times you go starter to 1 reliever in the 7th or 8th and let him finish the game, and that gave us an opportunity to show. You know, we brought Craig in for a breaking ball to get a punch out in an inning. Connor Porter was a middle relief guy, hasn't been out there in a long time. He needed to work, and then Heath is starting to emerge now as a guy late in the game that you really feel good about with the ball in his hands. With him and Jonathan now, can be kind of a 2-headed monster down there.
It's nice to have 2 closers on a ball club.
Very nice, and both upperclassmen. I think keys are experience, they don't get caught up in the moment, can handle tight 1-run situations, can handle short game bunting situations. You know, the things that young guys have a hard time doing, those 2 can do late in the game for you.
Zach Willis, he was awarded Conference USA Hitter of the Week, and good to see for Zach. He's a guy that he's in there and he plugs away every day.
Plugs away, grinder. You know, when Zach, you know, we've kind of shuffled him around the lineup. We've let him off, we've hit him 6, and what I've been trying to do is trying to get some RBI and a little bit of punch and a little bit of gap punch down in the bottom part of the order, and it paid dividends a couple of games for Zach. He came up at the right time, actually got 2 game-winning hits for us in that spot. You know, and I don't have a crystal ball, but just looking at what the bottom of the order has been able to do, and then you know, I got to talk about what Ethan Gross has done since we put him back in a 2-hole. And he's found a home there now, and what he's doing, just competitive at bats, taking his walks, moving balls when he has to, and then the other hitter that was really pleased with on the weekend is Colton Simbeck. And if you look at his on-base percentage, which was non-existent last year, taking the walk, staying off the chase type pitches, and if he continues to do that, you're going to see power displayed from him.
Well, Coach, this weekend you're going to hit the road just for 3 quick games at UAB, but it's going to start kind of a long extended weekend for you. You've rescheduled the Ole Miss game for Monday night at 6:30 at AutoZone Park. Then you have Murray State coming in Tuesday. So you'll have 5 games in 5 days, and for any of these guys that are going to have a potential future at pro ball, they're going to get a little bit of a taste of it.
Yeah, you know, as a hitter, you kind of like that, Jeff. Is if you get on the roll, you're playing, you just play, and every day's the same. You get in your routine, take your BP and play. You know, obviously it'll put a little strain on the bullpen. That's the one there. You know, starting rotation, we'll go with our 5-man thing, and you know we won't start anybody a second time or anything like that. So a little strain on the can the hitter show up and go every day. When you get into a routine, you're seeing the ball well. You want to play every day. If you have a rough start to it, you want 7 days off. So. Challenging to the bullpen, but that's the strength of our team. That's the depth is on the pitching side, so I think we'll be fine.
The rotation's been solid all year, and then again, Sam Ball starts Friday night down in Birmingham. And for the returners, I know this will be a big series to get to face UAB, who they face in the championship game. And Sam's a pitcher that's really it's been fun watching him develop over the years. This is a guy that's closing in on 200 strikeouts.
Yeah, great career, and just has shown a lot of pitching maturity this year. You know, benefited a lot from being in that rotation the whole year last year. Now he's been kind of the bell cow, the guy that, you know, that the team can hang their hat on. But then he's got, you know, we're following it up with 2 very good lefties on the weekend too. UAB will be a tough challenge there. Tough place to generate atmosphere. Coach Shoup does a great job in game exploiting weaknesses that you have. If the calls for a bunt, calls for a steal, he finds moments. You know, I learned a lot of what I do offensively from him, and you know, they lost their 2 projected Friday and Saturday guys for the season to season-ending injuries. So their pitching has all been exposed a little bit, but you know they'll still play hard. There'll be a handful. It's a tough place to play. I hope our guys have a one day at a time, 1 inning at a time attitude, and take care of business a little bit in little small increments.
And touching on the Ole Miss game on Monday night, 6:30 AutoZone Park. It's a makeup from a couple of weeks ago. The good thing about that, even though it's 5 games in 5 days, you and Mike Bianco were able to kind of even it out because they'll play 5 games in 5 days as well.
Yeah, and we felt like it's important to play that game, Jeff, for the city of Memphis, for our history, for our tradition here, the chance for Tiger Nation to get down to that ballpark, a beautiful place to play and see our team play. And what's happened in the past is as we've played down there and some people have seen our team play, they like the brand of baseball we play, and they find a way to get out to FedEx Park for some games after that. So showcasing our team in front of the city down there is important. Keeping the Ole Miss game, you know, the home and home series every year is important. And you know, we look for great weather and great crowds and come down and enjoy the downtown area of Memphis.
All right, Coach, we'll see you in Birmingham this weekend.
Thanks, Jeff.
Head Coach Darren Schoenrock, I'm Jeff Brightwell. This is the Wolf Chase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.